For today's video, I'm going over how to quickly and easily disassemble and lubricate a spinning reel. Before we get started, if you find this video helpful, please consider subscribing. We're actively trying to grow this channel and your subscription directly supports that. If you've already subscribed, thank you and welcome back. I recently purchased a Shimano Sienna spinning reel, and in general, I've really enjoyed it. It works well for the price range and perfectly fit the rod I bought it for. Recently though, the reeling hasn't been as smooth as it once was, so this was the perfect opportunity to take it apart for a basic cleaning and lubrication. When some people think about taking apart a spinning reel, they would rather buy a new one or send it off for professional maintenance. In this video, I'll show you the few important areas to clean and lubricate that can completely transform how smooth a spinning reel operates. Best of all, it can easily be done at home. To get started, removing the reel from the rod will make it easier to work with. With the reel removed from the rod, the first step to disassembly is to unscrew the drag knob. This is actually what keeps the reel hat on the spindle as it goes up and down when reeling. With the drag knob removed, the reel hat can also be removed, giving us access to the first area of cleaning and lubrication. I looked around for anywhere that I saw old grease or dirt and wiped it out the best I could. There were a few more parts that I could remove to get better access to the area for cleaning, which easily came apart. After everything was wiped down, I applied some new lubrication on any surfaces that made contact with another. For lubrication, I'm using this dry bike chain lube. There are fishing reel specific oils that you can and should use, but the main thing to keep in mind is that less is more and to use a lubricant that doesn't attract debris. With the reel hat cleaned and lubricated, my attention was then directed to the spindle. On the spindle itself, there was a small gear and 3 washers. I removed all 4 pieces, cleaned them off, and set them aside. Next, I wanted to clean out the handle. The handle is removed easily by unscrewing the cap opposite side of the actual handle. With that unscrewed, the handle and arm separate, giving you access to the handle areas for cleaning. I cleaned all the areas of the actual handle and joint, as well as the internals that I could get to with a paper towel. I reapplied some lube and set the handle aside. At this point of the process, you could easily stop here, reassemble the reel, and be on your way. You've already lubricated the common spots that can get dirty, and this would already make a big impact in how smooth your reel feels. To take it to the next level, there's only a few more items to disassemble and add lubrication. To get further into the reel, this top nut you can see here needs to be unscrewed. With the securing nut removed, you can pull off this cover, revealing the actual bearings of the reel itself. This area still looked very clean, so there was no old grease or grime to remove. From here, I added a small amount of Teflon silicone spray to the bearings themselves and made sure there was no overspray or excess lubricant. With the bearings lubricated, I was ready to reassemble the reel. As you can imagine, everything went back on in the opposite order it was removed. First the cover, then the securing nut on the spindle, followed by the gears and the washers on the spindle, and finally the reel hat and drag knob. With everything reassembled, I gave it a spin, and look at that, it just keeps turning. This is in stark contrast to the 1 or maybe 2 half turns I got before the cleaning and lubrication. With everything back in working order, I reattached the reel to the rod and reattached my tackle. And that's it. A basic cleaning and lubrication is now complete. The specific steps themselves may vary from reel to reel, but in general, most spinning reels are made in a similar manner. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If so, let me know by hitting that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next upload. If you guys had any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I do my best to respond as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.